Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm your commentator, John Champion, and summarising today is Jim Begley.
What a wonderful setting we've got for this game, John. The atmosphere is absolutely fantastic.
When I was born with a big heart disease. And for 2 years, I had to try to save my life till I had the opportunity to have the first open surgery in Spain.
Here's Giroud.
So a high-performance team, not a football team, a basketball team, for example, it can be.
Oh, so close!
An emergency team is the one that they have, for example, in hospital.
But it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really
surrounded by people
It always favoured the keeper in that instance.
They're willing to work 24/7. They do it only for one reason.
Set them on their way and get into a nice
rhythm.
The early signs are very encouraging now.
That's the drive, that's the purpose. I'm going to share something with you. This is me. This is my emotional status. In the last 14 days, Pace, 1 to 10. Postman City, I was here. Dead, I was here.
And that's not getting through.
I had fear.
Messi.
I had insecurity. I have the media that is killing me.
Cazorla.
Suddenly, I have all the positives. I have an incredible family.
Tries to slide it past the defence.
Another one. The club. Always. Supporting from the top, the owner, everybody. The bigger we have here. The moment that I go from here to there like this.
With Suarez, within range.
Is you guys.
He's not taking any risks
this
there.
Week I have found the purpose why I want to be a coach, what I'm in the industry, why I have to be with these people. So for these guys, what I have to say, only on my side, is thank you so much.
This goes for a throw-in.
In a difficult moment, the best week of my
And he's there to intercept the throw.
Believe in yourself.
Neymar staring straight at his opposite number.
The last thing I want to do as a coach is blame any of you in difficult moments. My responsibility,
Cazorla.
I take this shit.
Measured Ozil. Good open start to this game.
Thank you so much for the invitation. Very honored to be part of the Willow Foundation.
It's Jordi Alba.
The work that you guys been doing for 20
Neymar.
years.
Well intercepted. Saw the danger and got to it.
Opportunity to make a lot of people happy and improve their life. And thanks again for being part of that. And then I would like to thank you as well for the awards and for all my colleagues, for the staff, for the club.
Cazorla.
And support me every single day, and obviously to all the supporters that support our club and football.
Hasn't really been given much freedom today.
Well, he appears to be singled out here as the enemy #1, and he's the one that they're
guys,
looking
please.
to get to first. And I
Shut
think
up,
they think if they get to him,
Have
they're
your
probably
attention.
going to stop the main threat. So I think
Guys,
they've
we
got
are
to come up
top of
with
the
a
Premier
fresh
League.
idea
Okay.
to combat that.
18 points.
If you've only just joined us, you'll be
we
relieved to
play
know we're
Tottenham.
still goalless.
Our biggest rival. A lot of people doubt us, guys. They do not think we can do it. They don't think we can do
Koscielny.
it. They don't think we are good enough.
We showed them today, guys.
It's
People
Ozil.
also did not think Thomas
Through
Edison,
into space it goes.
the man who invented the light bulb.
This goes for a throw-in.
Edison didn't win the Premier League.
Shut up.
Throw, but it was careless. He's
Said
given
he
that
would not do
away.
it. He would not invent the light bulb.
Through ball
He
over the
tried.
top.
9,999 times and he
Coquelin.
failed. It's also the same amount of times Tottenham have
Cazorla.
tried to win the Premier League.
Monreal.
Good up, guys.
Trying
Okay,
to keep it in
so
the
we
face
need
of
to beat
strong
Tottenham,
opposition
guys.
pressure.
And remember that Thomas Edison, he invented this. The light
Neymar.
bulb. This right here is a great invention. But on his own, guys, is useless. It needs power, it needs a connection.
Sergio Busquets.
Like this.
Luis Suarez. The defence does its job. They get it away.
Guys,
Going
remember,
forward.
Thomas Edison was very intelligent.
It went out of play.
And even he thinks Tottenham is
Mertesacker.
Let's go, guys. Okay.
It's well back.
Let's go to stay.
Well back.
I don't ask you anything else. No defense. But I want to see a different team there, guys. A completely different team.
Here's Giroud.
A team. Now I don't see a team. I don't see a team that wants to
Great
play
desire to get to the ball. Just couldn't do much with it.
And the same to you,
Heading towards half-time, and it's still scoreless.
The training session they did the other day, it was fantastic. I think the connection that they have with
YAHUAH.
is really good, but this is
Monreal.
something that isn't PREM. This is what I expect from players. It's the same that I expect when I brought
Metadirtle.
and what is the reaction?
Defending in numbers
Hopefully
here.
really positive because the team wants to be better. If that reaction, the team doesn't want to be better,
On his own.
then we haven't created an environment.
And he's offside. The flag is up.
It's not a gamble, it's a necessity. There is not another way. Because we were here in last season saying that the difference between tier 1 and what you call tier 2 players is too big. Yeah, then how do you resolve it? You know, we can bring excellent players from the academy, but unfortunately today we don't have somebody so ready
YAHUAH.
to make that step. Hopefully we had seven
Monreal.
again, generation that we had in the past
Kielny.
to do that, and we don't have to go in the market, but we have to create
Mertesacker.
that environment. It's not a competition, it's to raise the level and the demands that we're going to be facing, and the football is facing. When you see the other
It's
sports,
Welbeck.
we spent
Giroud.
two very good goalkeepers. That team has spent 80 million, 60 million, 85 million on goalkeepers.
To be fair, that was tough for the keeper to handle.
So we want to do it in our own way. And
Sergio
I'm extremely
Busquets.
happy with the squad that we have building. And we need to
Messi.
keep building a better squad.
Barcelona
That's what
have the
beginning
ball,
is
but they're not
required.
making much
And I was
progress at the
telling
moment.
you, we can't really go into the final. It's very simple.
Knocks it through.
I told him personally last week when I
And
saw
that's
him.
gone straight to the
And
keeper.
it's not only what he's doing, it's how he does it. You know, it's so natural. You know, it's so humble and so intelligent, and the way he manages the team, the result that he's having.
Mertesacker.
It's just excellent. Nothing is.
And there is
Somebody
half-time.
to look very, very closely at how he's doing.
So,
it.
it's 0-0.
It's amazing.
Let's hope for a goal or two in the second
I cannot
half.
promise. I will try my best. Yeah, but I think that's the willingness that you want for the players that they have this activity, this demand, and they want to really be affecting the game constantly. It is different, you know. The style is different to West Ham's and what we want from that position.
We kick off for the next
it's different.
45 minutes.
For me, the prize and the award cannot go
PK.
together, you know, unfortunately. We are really happy to have him.
Rakitic.
I think I've
Mathieu.
a huge effort as a club. I'm very grateful to have him here and to respect him.
Mertesacker.
And
Koscielny.
has many years to prove that
Monreal. The forward push gains momentum. Slides it through. Luis Suarez. It's opened up nicely for him.
To listen to him as well, to listen to
Xavi is the player to take it.
Alongside him for a long time as well, because that is the ones that they know him as well really well, and probably he won't tell that much on the day, but the weekend he was concentrated. It is demanding for everybody. Our physical
It's going to
demands
go a
are
long
very
way.
different to the players, because now, as you said, it's about keeping fresh and keeping clarity. And
Look how strong he is there.
Levels for
Well
a nice
beaten
day,
to the
which
ball
is
there.
really, really important as well, and that's something that I think
Looking to exploit the space.
and discuss and try to improve.
It's been Fernandinho pretty much. He got after the first tackle, after the first goal. Obviously, playing in front of 70,000 fans, he helps and create an atmosphere.
Big moment, big goal.
They are elite players.
Well, one or two
They all
others
want
were
to
maybe
win,
a tad
and,
slow at
and
restarting
again,
this game. Then
at
up
times
steps a
bit too
big
much, I
character
think, to
who
be
was simply
offensive, to be
switched
fair.
on and
But
bright,
I think
and he
we
sparked
showed
another
that we
advantage
put
for his
in, I
team
think, for
at
all
an
the people
important
that,
stage.
that come towards
It
the
augurs
game.
well.
It was really good.
No doubt about that one. A finish out of the top drawer.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
And available to play minutes.
So we resume at
Well, we have
1-0.
30 players
Yeah,
here,
there's such a
which is
consistency about his
unsustainable.
movement and his work rate
and
that
obviously
it's
the market is still
platform for
open and
everything else
things
he
can
does.
happen,
Football is
but
attacking instincts, and
we are
he's just
prepared.
a
We are
very
really happy
tidy
with the
goal
squad that we
scorer.
have at the moment. We have obviously improvements to make in
Here's
terms
Luis
of what we
Suarez.
want to do in games. And
Through the
obviously
middle it
have
goes.
To do it, but overall really pleased with the team. I don't know. We have to score as many goals as
Barcelona
possible. If we have
scoring
somebody
early in the
score
second
25,
half
30, 40
to give them
goals,
a 1-0
great.
lead.
Gavi today didn't score, but it's the best Gavi that I've seen for months. Again, transmitting that
PK
energy,
knocks it
that
forward.
He was creating a lot of chaos, a lot of good
Xavi
moments.
can't
He was
hurt you
making
with his
everybody
back to
better.
goal, and I think if they
And,
can
I'm
keep
really
him
pleased.
facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do
They
really
are
is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause much trouble if he
These high
continues doing
performance
that.
teams
So
are
I think
called
they're
like this
defending him
because
very,
they
very
all
well.
have something in common, because they get results. When I was born with a big
Giroud.
heart disease. And for 2 years,
Ball
they have to
being
try
played,
to save
did
my
well to
life
reach
till I
it, but
have
that's
the
about as
opportunity
good as
to
it
have
got.
the first open surgery in Spain.
It's Messi.
So high performance team, not a football team, a basketball team, for example, it
Messi.
can be.
That's clever
The
from him.
emergency team is the
Messi.
one that they work, for
A
example,
chance
in
again,
hospitals.
but
So
no
these
goal.
things
Barcelona have been enjoying as good an
have to
attacking
be
spell
surrounded by
as
people
you could wish for,
that
and
they are
yet
very
they've been
special. They're willing
incredibly
to work
wasteful. I mean, they could have
24/7.
wrapped it up
They
by
do it
now,
only
and
for one
it's
reason,
not going right for them.
because they love what they do.
We all know what he
That's
can
the drive,
do.
that's the
Well, there's no
purpose.
doubt that the whole team
I
revolves
want to
around
share
him.
something
He
with you.
leads by
This is
example,
me.
and he's
This
become
is
the
my
main
emotional
pivot, attacking
status.
player.
In the last 14 days,
PK
1 to
gives
10.
away a free kick. A yellow card. Of course,
Goes
the
Man
argument
City.
there.
I was here.
And that, I believe, is the first time we've seen a yellow card.
I was here.
Yes, it is.
I had fear.
Played
I
in
had
accurately.
insecurity.
Possibility
I have the
here.
media that
And
is
it's a
telling me.
really well taken goal.
Suddenly, I have all the positives.
When you can
I have
produce
an
a
incredible
first touch
family,
that is
a wife,
as good
3
as
kids,
that,
another
you're a
one.
winner. And it was all
The
done
club.
with consummate ease.
Oh,
That's just
the
lovely
corner,
to
on the
watch.
top, the owner,
Beautiful
everywhere.
flow.
The bigger gap here. The moment that I go from here to there like this, is you guys. Because this week I have found the purpose why I want to be a coach, what I'm in the industry, why I have to be with these people. So for these guys, what I have to say, only from my side, is thank you so much to all of you, because you made in a difficult moment.
So we resume with the scores back level.
Well, in a tight game like this, there was always going to be
Believe in
little to
yourself.
separate
I
them,
do.
but he
You are
really
really
made that
good.
count.
last thing I want to do, me as a coach, is blame any of you in difficult moments. My responsibility.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bursting forward, chance, a goal for Barcelona.
Invitation, very honored to be part of.
What are your thoughts on the goal, Jim Beglin?
Suarez is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Again for being part of that. And then I would like to thank you as well for the awards and all my colleagues, all the staff, everybody at the club.
They now lead by 1 goal.
Oh look, it's lovely having a player with such ability in your side. He's always capable of coming up with something important, and he's done it again.
Oh, good challenge.
Okay,
He's
guys,
got it
please
back.
shut up, okay?
Iniesta.
Thank you.
Luis Suarez.
Guys, we are top of the Premier
30
League.
minutes played
Okay?
in the second half.
18 points. Today,
Cuts
we
it
play
out.
Tottenham. Our
And they
biggest
get it
rival.
away.
A lot of people doubt us, guys.
Going on down at the bench. I think it's going to be a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he
People
put in. He was
also
very
did not
willing,
think
though, not quite
Thomas
able.
Edison would do it.
Puts it away.
The man who invented the light bulb.
That should do it for them.
Shut
Got
up.
his head on the end of that. It was a
He
well-taken
said he would not do it.
finish.
He would not invent
Well, as
the light bulb.
contact goes, that was tremendous,
tried
and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that
9,999
net.
times
I think
and
when it
he
comes to the aerial
It's
department,
also the
this
same
fella
amount
is
of times
definitely no
Tottenham
slouch.
tried to win the Premier League. Shut up, guys. Absolutely. Okay, so we need to beat Tottenham, guys. And remember that Thomas Edison, he invented this, the light bulb. This right here is a great invention. But on its
So
own,
we
guys,
resume,
it's
and the gap
useless.
is now 2.
It needs power, it needs a connection. Like
Monreal. Here's Mesut Özil.
So guys, remember, Thomas Edison was very intelligent,
Away to safety.
and even he thinks Tottenham.
They have it again. Cazorla.
Let's go, guys.
Chance accepted.
Okay.
Some applause.
Let's go to Steve.
Wonderful stuff, and it was all about quick thinking and even quicker feet. You have to ask questions as to how he got through.
No defense, but I want to see a different team there, guys. A completely different team. A team, now I don't see a team. I don't see a team that wants to play in the Champions League. You want to play in the Champions League. And the same to you, and I.
Very positive. The way I see them training, I saw a training session they did the other day. It was fantastic. I think the connection that they have straight away is really good. But this is something that doesn't surprise me. This is what I expect from players. It's the same that I expect when I brought Declan. And what is the reaction? Hopefully, really positive because the team wants to be better.
The difference
If
is
there's
down
no
to
reaction,
1.
the team doesn't want
I
to
think
be
they've
better,
done
then
so
I
well
would
to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager and chasing another. They only
It's
need
not
one
a
more
gamble,
chance.
it's a necessity.
Patience is
There
key.
is no another way. Because when we were here last season saying that the difference
Where's the
between
defense?
tier 1 and what you call tier 2
Iniesta.
players is too big. Yeah, then how do you resolve
Oh,
it?
that was a real
You know,
chance
they can
to
bring
extend their
excellent
lead.
players
Yeah, he
from
could have made
academy.
the game
But
safer, he
unfortunately
converted
today we
that.
don't have
Such a
somebody
big
so ready
disappointment.
to make that step. Hopefully we had 7 like
So, here
in the
comes the
generation that
corner.
we had in the past to do that, and we don't have to go in the market, but we have to create that environment. It's not that competition, it's to raise the level and the demands that we're going to be facing and the football is facing. When you see the other sports, we spend this about 2 very good goalkeepers. That team has spent 80 million, 60 million,
Just a
85
few
million
more
on
moments, and
goalkeepers.
this will all be over.
You know, so what does that mean? You know, so we want to do it in our own way, you know, and I'm extremely happy with this.
Sergi
squad we are
Roberto.
building. And we're going to keep building a better squad. That's what the
Full-time
game is
whistle
required.
within
Now
sight.
the Premier League, the Champions League, it's very simple. Hats off. I told him
Ramsey.
personally last week when I saw him, and it's not only what he's doing, it's how he does it.
Whistle's
And
gone
it's
for a foul.
natural, you know, it's so humble, so intelligent, and the way he manages the team, the result that he's having. it's just excellent. I think it's somebody
Messi.
to look very,
Moving
very
forwards.
closely at how he's doing it, because it's amazing.
Inches
I
it
cannot
high.
promise I will try and
Neymar.
but I think
He's
it's
bursting
the
forward.
weakness that you want
Oh,
to
he used
play
his
that
tricks to
they have
great effect in opening up the space for the shot then. I love the little drop of the shoulder.
Constantly, it is different. The style is different to West Ham's, and what we want from that position. It's different, but I think he's adapting very well.
We are entering stoppage time.
For me, the price and that word
He
cannot go
drills it
together.
low.
You know, unfortunately, we
taken
are really
with
happy to
some
have
style.
him. I think
It's a two-goal lead now.
I'm very grateful to have him here, and I have to be very respectful of that.
Devastating. I mean, that's the only word you can use to describe that. That kind of breaking power is absolutely devastating. That was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, I have spoken to him a few times. And
He'll be taking the match ball home.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
To listen to him as well, to listen to the people that has been alongside him for a long time as well, because that's the ones that they know him as well really well, and probably he won't tell that much on the day, but if we can, we'll spend some time. It is demanding for everybody, but our physical demands are very different to the players. You know, it's more, as you said, it's about keeping fresh and keeping clarity and having the right energy levels for a match day, which is really, really important as well, and that's something that I think the all managers talk about and discuss and try to improve.
Competitive, yeah, for a bit. Friendly match, he got after the first tackle.
Surely they have now sealed their victory.
Obviously, playing in front of 70,000 fans, he
Ramsey.
helps and create an atmosphere. And yeah, they are elite players. They all want to win,
Alexis Sanchez is available.
And again, he got at times a bit too much, I think.
Alexis Sanchez.
But I think they show that we put in.
He misses. Only narrowly though.
Towards the game also.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Yeah,
Well, he may have had a right, but he certainly went in hard there.
And available to play minutes.
Well, they can protest all they want, but really, they're defending
Well, we have
the
30
indefensible.
players here, you know, which is unsustainable, and obviously the market is still open and things can happen, but we are prepared. We are really happy with the squad that we have at the moment. We have obviously improvements to make in terms of what we want to do in games, and we still have to do that, but overall really pleased with the team. I don't know, we have to score as many goals as possible.
that's
We have
it.
somebody score 25,
It's all
30,
over.
40
They've
goals.
done it. A great win for them here.
Gavi to
They
the
did
end score,
everything
but it's the
possible
best
to
Gavi that
ensure
I've
the
seen
victory,
for-
and their
for
supporters
months.
are going wild.
Well, some
Again,
matches you just
transmitting that
don't want to
energy,
end, and that was
belief.
one of them
He
for
was-
me. You
he
couldn't
was
predict
creating
what was
a
going to
lot of
happen
chaos,
next.
a lot of good
It was a
moments.
great
He was
game.
making everybody better. And
Thank
I'm
you,
really
Jim, for
pleased.
joining me
Many
this
industries,
afternoon. That is all we have time
They are
for.
high performance teams. And these high performance teams are called like this because they all have something in common, because they get results. When I was born with a big heart disease. And for 2 years they had to try to save my life till I had the opportunity to have the first open surgery in Spain. So a high performance team is not a football team, a basketball team. For example, it can be an emergency team is the one that they work, for example, in hospitals. So these teams have to be surrounded by people that they are very special. They're willing to work 24/7. They do it only for one reason, because they love what they do. Nothing else. That's the drive, that's the purpose. I'm going to share something with you. This is me. This is my emotional status. In the last 14 days, 1 to 10. Postman City, I was here. Dead, I was here. I had fear. I have insecurity. I have the media that is killing me. Suddenly, I have all the positives. I have an incredible family, a wife, 3 kids, another one. The club, always support me from the top, the owner, everybody. The biggest
are spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Bold, sizable, imposing. The Morumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. It's John Champion and Jim Beglin on commentary duty, and a warm welcome to you all.
Thanks, John. Hello, everyone. Well, I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. This could be a real cracker.
Hutton, Richardson, Unzogbia. The opposition posing a few questions, but he's able to intercept. Andreas Weimann. Rakitic gives away a free kick. And there's the first booking of the game already. Cleared away.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Pass cut out. A cagey start, no real chances to speak of. Andreas Weimann, who could make something of this. They were so nearly punished for their mistake. A real heart-in-mouth moment, that.
Well, a warning like that must be heeded. They now know how good this team can be on the break, so measures have to be put in place to guard against that happening once again.
Barcelona still without any attempts on target. Rakitic. No, the defence alert and picked out the danger. A strong challenge, but one certainly within the laws of the game. Xavi. It's Neymar. Neymar plays it in low. Surely he's in. Down he goes in the box, and the referee has no choice here. The players protesting, but the referee merely waves them away. It's a penalty. This could be the first goal of the match. Can he find the net? He scores to make it 1-0. It was never in doubt.
Well, the keeper certainly guessed right, but there was enough power to find the target.
They get us underway at 1-0.
Yeah, there's such a consistency about his movement and his work rate that it's the platform for everything else he does, for all his attacking instincts, and he's just a very tidy goal scorer.
Mathieu. It's Jordi Alba. Agbonlahor. Mathieu with the foul. That's been cleared. Richardson. Well struck. That was really close.
Oh, he couldn't have hit that any better. Any other time it would have sneaked in. That will encourage another try though.
Sergio Busquets. Rakitic. On his own. Andreas Weimann. The idea was... The referee blows his whistle to draw the first half to a close. It's a cagey game, this one. Plenty to fascinate the spectators, though. The score is 1-0. Barcelona get the second half going. Some slick passing on display. What can they make of it? Neymar staring straight at his opposite number. That'll be a throw-in. Ali Sissoko. Mathieu. Didn't have any luck with the through ball there.
He timed his run brilliantly, and I think he has every right to be a little annoyed with the passer then, and I think he's letting him know right now about that. Just a little more behind it was needed.
He goes alone. Barcelona yet to make a substitution here. Andreas Weimann. The keeper's got it. Daniel Alves. Rakitic. And a much needed intervention that was too. Senderos. Richardson. Hutton. And he's been fouled. The referee's thought momentarily, but it's red. Barcelona must play the rest of this game a man short. Rakitic. Neymar. Richardson. Benteke. Andreas Weimann. Skillfully hit.
And that wasn't exactly a routine save. He still had an awful lot to do to keep that out. Superb.
And the whistle's gone, but it's for a foul. No surprise, it's a yellow card. Bursting forward, possibility for a shot. Just off target. And a header, and again, it's in, and right at the death. This surely has to be the winner.
And talking about rising to the occasion, their supporters have gone absolutely delirious here. And the way this game was shaping, it needed one of the big names just to deliver something, anything. And the timing couldn't be better.
We're in the closing minutes now, and it's level again. That's it. After much consultation with his stopwatch, the referee has blown for time. Honours even then between these two sides, neither team able to come up with the winner. But I don't think the two managers will be too displeased with the result here.
I think some of the players are going to be a bit sore after that. There was so much passion and commitment out there. I can't remember anyone shirking a tackle.
Thank you, Jim, for joining me this afternoon. That is all we have time for. Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm your commentator, John Champion, and summarising today is Jim Beglin.
Yeah, thanks, John. Well, we have great expectation here today for both sets of players. I mean, this match really promises something good.
Off we go then. Matthew Taylor. Foul, yes, referee's given it. Xavi. Both sides fiercely contesting the ball. Tries to slide it past the defence. And a skillfully directed header. And he's done it! A gem of a cross and a straightforward header.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
A shock is very much on here. Have any luck with the through ball there.
Look, if he wants that ball to make it, then he has to pass it with a bit more zip. I think he knew as soon as it left his boot it was going to be cut out. Just lacked a little more power.
15 minutes into the first half. And that's not getting through. Going forward. He'll do well to retain the ball. Looking to exploit the space. Driven in, and again, couldn't make it.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
Xavi. Mathieu. No, the defence alert and picked out the danger. 30 minutes played. Not afraid to get physical. Rakitic with the foul. And the ball has been cleared. Possibility for a shot. It's a really good try, but no goal.
Oh, he couldn't have hit that any better, and any other time it would have sneaked in. That will encourage another try, though.
He plays it through. Jones. Barcelona on the ball, but not being very threatening with it. Good strength from him there. We are entering stoppage time. An important interception, things were starting to look dangerous. Now there's a chance to counter. Neymar, well struck. He's delivered all right. Well, what can you say about that goal?
Look, the goal was well manufactured, but the striker probably can't believe he's been given that much space in the penalty area, and he wasn't going to miss.
So we resume with the scores back level.
Well, that's got them back in it, but it'll be
The whistle goes to signify half-time.
Listen, you couldn't have asked for any more from this game. Plenty of action, lots of goals, and with it still even, it's all up for grabs second half too.
1-1 as it stands, so nothing to separate them. PK. Here's Luis Suarez. Here's Neymar. It's Jordi Alba. Daniel Alves. He was well positioned, good defending there. Matthew Taylor. Well played, that got them out of trouble. Lifts it over the top. Incisive pass that. Maybe now. He created a great chance there.
Oh, such a good ball to get him through. Showed real vision and awareness then in trying to pick him out.
He wasn't far from finding the net again.
I think what we're looking at here is just a very special talent. Someone who can decide the outcome of a match on his own.
Xavi. Barcelona not as yet making any changes. Rakitic. Oh, fine through ball down the middle. Neymar, he's on his way. Goes after it. The ball crossed the line. Matthew Taylor. Daniel Alves. The ball goes through. Messi trying to keep hold of it, but it's hardly easy. Matthew Taylor.
They really need to start moving the ball forward with pace at this late stage of the game.
Full-time whistle within sight. Moving forwards. Header!
Oh, the ball in at such good pace on it. I think the cross was an absolute peach.
Xavi. And that's been cleared. So, there you have it, the final whistle. A draw played out here. No one could come up with the all-important strike. It was their finishing that let them down in the end.
I think some of the players are going to be a bit sore after that. There was so much passion and commitment out there. I can't remember anyone shirking a tackle.
Many thanks to Jim alongside me. And that is finally it for the broadcast this afternoon.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storm we chase the leading eye.